Hello friends, I'm Dee, about to react to this Patrick CC vid. It's titled How Not to Respond to Allegations. So someone sent me this to check out, and apparently this has to do with that angry man who does those angry reactions, and apparently he got accused of something. I don't know what's happening, but sure, let's get it to you. Let's watch.
Time and time again, we have seen influencers and celebrities' careers get destroyed after just one controversy. We have also seen celebs totally ignore their crimes or accusations and continue to succeed while the internet argues back and forth. But almost never have we seen someone accelerate their own controversy to the masses and declare their own career as over after being proven innocent of their crimes. Angry Reactions is one of the most famous and beloved TikTokers of all time, who decided to abandon his career after TMZ reported that he was arrested for domestic abuse. And even though he has thousands, millions of people proclaiming his innocence, he still feels he has to clear his name. Little did he know, clearing his name would actually just dig him in a deeper, darker hole.
Putting the hands on me, I never called the police on her. She's showing bruises of me defending myself from her, and she's making the internet think that. Bro, you know this, bro. You know this, bro.
During the height of the pandemic, Wonye Johnson, who goes by the name Angry Reactions on TikTok, exploded in virality after posting this video reacting to a girl making a cake.
Can I start off by saying, can y'all not be mean to me?
Who's being mean to you?
Or people always say shit like, oh, if you're a creator, if you make content, you have to expect hate, you can't get mad about it, whatever. But I'm sensitive.
I think that's really dumb when people say that. You have no brain cells. People are human. What do y'all think we are? Y'all are weirdos, bro. We're not fucking robots. It doesn't matter how long you've been on the internet. People saying negative, mean shit to you, it's not a good feeling. That's why you gotta create that safe distance. He should have created some safe distance. What the fuck was that?
Yo, you tell me
I don't know why he got on there
yeah.
Who said your cakes look like?
That being said,
point them out!
comments, I hope you know
that cake look good!
The video amassed more than 40 million views in 24 hours. Viewers loved the dichotomy of him looking extremely aggressive and intimidating, yet screaming words of positivity and support. If I passed you on the street and I don't say a word, I look like the angriest person in the world. But when you actually get to know me, I'm actually a really positive person. At the time of filming his viral video, Wonye was actually homeless, living in the car his videos were filmed in after his landlord evicted him. According to Johnson and his ex, Jillian, neighbors complained on countless occasions and allegedly called the cops for overhearing loud shouting matches. Johnson told BuzzFeed News there were never any charges pressed against him, and that he and his ex are on good terms today. Johnson's ex, Jillian, confirmed these accounts. Wonye is big, and his voice is bigger than mine, so neighbors could only hear him, Jillian said about why their landlord evicted him. I'm not sure why he decided to tell BuzzFeed that he was involved in domestic disputes while receiving his first major press interview, but it's interesting that his involvement in domestic altercations was a topic of discussion from the very beginning of his career.
Is that not Pearly? The burly
lady? Despite the setbacks in his life, posting this one video gained him 700,000 followers overnight and over 1 million in less than 24 hours. From there, a trend emerged where artists of all different kinds began making artwork of his angry face, to which he would react to and shower them with compliments.
What is that, man? Oh my gosh. I see it. That's me. How you doing this? How? Explain yourself. This is fantastic. God, that's me. What's going on? A pancake? God.
Wonye quickly became people's daily dose of positivity and motivation. He built his entire brand about uplifting people, spreading good news, and providing a necessary break to the endless amount of negativity and poisoning.
Something about this don't really sit well with me, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Social media. This is a tall task for someone living out of their car during the pandemic, but people loved Angry Reactions. He shot up to 7 million followers in 3 months and eventually would surpass an astonishing 27 million followers, which is in the top 100 330 accounts across the entire platform. His whole life changed. He was making a full-time income on TikTok, securing huge brand deals with Pizza Hut, Hyundai, Planet Fitness, and inspiring millions of people all around the world. And over the past 3 years, he has become one of the most overwhelmingly beloved TikTok creators, which is why his fans were shocked to read on February 18th, 2024, Angry Reaction's Wanye Johnson arrested for alleged domestic violence. According to the TMZ report, Wanye Johnson was arrested on the evening of Monday, February 12th in Burbank, California after a woman called from a hotel to report an altercation. Cops say that Johnson and the woman got into a verbal argument that turned physical at one point. We're told the woman did not need medical attention, but Wanye was still booked on a felony domestic violence charge. He posted $50,000 bail and was released. Now you'd expect this story would be huge news, but really the only major news publication that reported it was the New York Post. Some bigger blogs like Unilad and Complex reported the story, but let's be honest, do TikTok users even pay attention to what major news outlets are reporting? They look to their favorite TikTokers to report drama, crime, and current events. But even those people weren't exactly flooding the algorithm with this story. I only found one TikTok with over 1 million views, and based on comments like, "Why am I seeing this in April?" with a whole thread of people replying the same thing, leads me to believe that people found out about his arrest months after the whole thing was over and resolved. Then again, I am aware that many reporters could have deleted their TikToks after the story played out a little more. But it's safe to assume that most people found out about Wanye's arrest when he addressed it directly on his own TikTok.
I know y'all been seeing what's going on with me. All the news articles, all the pages posting me, all the comments, all the TikTok videos people making about me destroying my character. I want to start this video off right. I don't think domestic violence is funny in the slightest. I see the comments, right? Oh, angry reactions, finally had an angry reaction. I get it. Some of y'all is kids and some of y'all just trying to be funny, but this is something that's happening in real life for me.
It's easy to understand why Wanye felt like the whole world was attacking him. But from a non-biased outsider, most of the people watching his TikTok had no idea about the arrest before he addressed it. His video received 786,000.
I saw something about it, but I can't remember where. But I definitely didn't look at the details. I kept scrolling wherever I saw it. I don't know if it was IG, TikTok, but I definitely saw something about it.
Likes and over 7
and I don't
million
even keep
views.
up with him.
His side of the story got more views than any other version of the story.
But I'm gonna give y'all the detail I feel like y'all need to know. This was a situation of me getting attacked from a woman and defending myself. I was being attacked by a woman, and the slightest bit of defense landed me in jail. I don't know why everything happened the way it did. I don't know why it's a felony case, because once the cops showed up, she didn't even want me to go to jail. She was begging them not to take me to jail. I done lost friends. I done lost endorsements. I done lost sponsors. I done lost a lot of things in these past 24 hours. All off of an accusation.
It's also important to understand that the masses did not know who his girlfriend was. Sierra Willman was his girlfriend involved in the case, and she is also the mother of his then 6-month-old child.
All the positive content I pushed out into this world, and I couldn't even get the benefit of the doubt. People immediately crucified me before they even found out what actually happened. And I just find that so crazy.
Crucified is an extreme word here. Most people were confused, unsure, or totally unaware of his case.
But him saying most people, this is why I hate these people. I hate people report on these things because, again, you don't know. Even if you looking up a few TikToks and you're trying to find, you don't, because even Patrick admitted that maybe it's possible that people probably deleted things. Like, it's very difficult to correctly assess these things and say what most people are doing or what most people are feeling, unless it's unanimous. Sometimes it is kind of unanimous, okay? Sometimes. But in a case like this, I feel like it's kind of like...
Reports on his case were very unbiased and neutral.
This all started with a verbal argument that turned physical with a woman that Angry Reactions was with in a hotel. It's currently not known how the woman knows Angry Reactions.
Because whatever I saw, it wasn't positive at all.
After this altercation.
But since his entire brand was about love and positivity, even the slightest bit of uncertainty probably felt like a monsoon of hate. And I'm sure people in his DMs were very ruthless.
The article said, alleged domestic violence. It said I got arrested for alleged domestic violence. The woman needed no medical attention. It said a verbal altercation turned physical. Nowhere, anywhere Nowhere did it say I put my hands on a woman.
But after Wanye addressed it, an overwhelming wave of support came his way. And exactly 2 weeks after he addressed the allegations, he posted a TikTok of a black screen with text reading, "Not guilty, case dismissed." Along with that, he deleted every single video from his TikTok account. So the only thing left on his page was him addressing the allegations and saying his case was dismissed. One comment reads, "Y'all's apology better be louder than the hate." Another comment on YouTube reads, "He's guilty, 1 million views. He's innocent, 200,000 views."
Yeah,
most of the time this is true. The hate, criticism, or allegations will go viral and do permanent damage to someone's career. But this was not really the case for Angry Reactions. This report of him being cleared of all charges has nearly 10 million views. This other TikTok received 5 million views saying, "If I ever find that girl that falsely accused Angry Reactions of abuse and ruined his life, it's on site." With all the comments on these posts being overwhelmingly positive and supportive of Wanye. Publications like TMZ and Complex did not follow up and say the charges were dropped, which is unfortunately all too common in the news world. But when you search Angry Reactions arrested on TikTok, most of the videos you will see are either proclaiming his innocence or at least clarifying the whole situation. Despite this, Wanye thought the damage was done, and he decided to quit TikTok forever.
My reputation is completely tarnished because you may know I'm innocent, but let's say 50 million people heard that I got arrested for putting my hands on a woman, right? I would say like 10 to 15 million people, if that, heard that I was innocent. Do you understand? That means 35 to 40 million people still believe I put my hands on women. So, in all honesty, bro, I just think this angry reaction, aggressive, will never be the same after this. That was the comedy in it. The fact that I was so mad and aggressive, but I'm saying nice stuff. But now when you see me, you're gonna think about this case, especially the people who still believe that I'm guilty. As far as the brands, these people not hitting me back. They're not apologizing. They're not saying, "Yo, let's get back to work. We just did this for our safety, the safety of our company." None of that is happening, bro. Everything I lost still remains. People ain't banging on my door to like work with me. Everybody is keeping a distance because it's not about the fact that I'm innocent. It's not about that. Even though I was the victim, the fact that I got arrested and all of this is around my name, they don't want to work with me.
This is a harsh reality that influencers and celebrities have to face. Your worst moments will be broadcasted and spread like wildfire.
Oh no, I love Master.
Celebrities have to face your worst moment.
A brave woman has come forward after Aziz, however you say his name, repeatedly forced himself on her in his apartment. The story came out after he sat through an entire Golden Globes performance dedicated to the Me Too movement. Netflix needs to recognize this gross act of assault.
Will be broadcasted and spread like wildfire, and your accomplishments will be whispered. Then again, it's also a reflection of what the audience wants to indulge in. Most people say they want to watch positive and uplifting content, but then find themselves only watching negative or content about people's downfalls. But the only way to combat that is to keep going. It's good that Wanye waited until the case played out to address everything and explain himself, but quitting TikTok just allows the destructive media and the hate commenters to win. With him quitting and disappearing, now the story is he was accused and he disappeared. Some could argue that makes him look more guilty. Now I can understand if his motivation to be on the internet in general was destroyed based on this controversy, but the best way to prove your innocence is to just keep pursuing your vision, especially considering that he was one of the few popular creators whose entire brand revolves around positivity. And on top of that, erasing his whole TikTok and Instagram is him erasing his legacy. Now there is zero chance that his videos showing his good intentions and positive influence could ever be shown in the algorithm. All his hard work has been undone and erased by himself. But this is not where the story ends, because after the internet forgave him and seemingly moved forward, he continued to live stream on TikTok for hours discussing the situation with his fans, even addressing Sierra directly.
We have a son, and what's crazy is you're in the apartment that I'm paying for right now. You're in an apartment that I'm paying for right now. You have to see me. You're doing all of this internet stuff. You're talking about getting a restraining order on me. All of this started today because I was trying to talk some sense to you. I never got loud. I never got aggressive. I never got none of that today. You did. You did. All of this started because I was trying to talk to you. You have to see me. You're doing all of this for the internet, but when you see me in real life, Sierra, it's only me and you, and we both know what it is. So what you gonna say to me then?
Once the charges were dropped, I think we can all agree that that's where it should have ended, and this situation should have continued to be handled between Wanye and Sierra. But instead of moving on and quitting social media like he said he wanted to, he continued to speak publicly about what was going on. And it wasn't until after he brought this to the internet once again that Sierra finally decided to come out and share her side of the story.
Hey everyone.
He made this worse.
I did not want to have to do this, but since Wanye wants to go on live and spread a bunch of lies, I just want to come on here and say that he's lying. If I wanted to press charges against him, I could have had him locked up for a while for him putting his hands on me. I have proof of him putting his hands on me multiple times. And he constantly wants to say that I put my hands on him first. There are times that I have because he screams in my face, like literally inches from my face, and I have to push him to get away from me. He has pushed me and put bruises on me while I was pregnant. He has put his hands around my throat to choke me. He has pulled out a gun recently on his birthday over FaceTime. He pulled out a gun and said he was on his way over here with a gun. And I have proof. I have a screen recording of that. I have proof of what happened with the police report. He was actually very scared of the police report getting out because he ripped the TV off the wall. He kicked me while I was holding our baby. And he smashed my phone, which is like the third phone that he smashed of mine.
All of the comments on this post, which had 300,000 views, are showing support for Wanye. They are taking his side. Sierra then posted multiple pictures of bruises and scratches all over her body, as well as the TV being ripped off the wall and the phone smashed. And again, many of the comments are supporting Wanye. Sierra also posted a text message chain that read, "I'm sorry, can I please take the car? You threw me across the apartment and tried to drag me out, so sorry for not being extra nice. And you completely broke my heart last night. I'm an emotional wreck right now." Wanye said, "I told you to go in the hallway before I did anything." I guess the reason why she posted this text is by him saying "before I did anything" was her way of trying to prove that he admitted to putting hands on her.
And then, like, she basically said that he abused her. So he threw her across the apartment and tried to drag her out. So he did all that before he abused her. I mean, that's already abuse, but he's not denying that he did that. I didn't want you to pack up my stuff, but once you threw the key card when I asked for it, you lost the privilege to pack your own stuff. Well, we could have nicely talked about it, but you put your hands on me right away.
Before I did anything was her way of trying to prove that he admitted to putting hands on her. But we have absolutely zero way of knowing if this text chain is about the arrest, nor do we know if the bruises she posted were proof of Wanye attacking her. Sierra then posted a screen recording of a FaceTime conversation where the two are screaming at each other for multiple minutes. iPhone does not allow you to capture audio from a FaceTime call with a screen recording, so there is no sound. But even without the sound, you can feel the intensity of the argument. Sierra also claims that he was loading a gun and threatening her, but you can only see this alleged gun in the first few seconds of the video. Again, I must reiterate that Sierra posting this evidence was not viral news. It's not like the whole internet was suddenly back on Sierra's side and crucifying Wanye, but to him, it felt that way. So he decided to go on TikTok Live again in front of 5,000 viewers and address Sierra's claims. However, he broke down worse than ever.
Hands on me, I never got him.
I believe her even more after this reaction, though. This is not a mentally stable person.
Police on her. She's showing bruises of me defending myself from her, and she making the internet think that. Bro, you know this, bro. You know this, bro. You know how you raised me, bro. You know how you raised me, bro. And I I just got through all of this drama. And she was on my side. She sitting there telling everybody, oh, I could have sent you to jail if I pressed charges. And, brother, I just want you to,
Call your daddy, brother.
I'm not this time, but you know this, bro. Everybody coming at me again, bro.
Seeing the immense pain Wanye was going through made people believe that he was telling the truth. I stand with Wanye for real.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, as a man you gotta remove yourself from the situation and just go to court for custody, bro. Some of y'all are slow. The case got dismissed and he was found not guilty. Sierra responded to Wanye's...
And that's a slow response. That's your proof? You know how many guilty people get off? That's not proof of anything. I'm not saying I believe her 100%, but the things that are being presented are a little making me side-eye him. And the recording of the FaceTime, like, it's clear there are some anger issues there. So I'm just not thinking that, oh, he just was a complete innocent person and just defended himself and he didn't play a role. And then the text messages, it's just
live stream with even more videos telling her side of the story.
When I say I put my hands on this man, I'm telling you, I only ever pushed him out of my face. He will get loud and aggressive and be spitting in my face.
Excuse me.
He, like, inches from my face. The only thing I've ever done to put my hands on him is to push him. And for people that keep commenting on my pictures saying, like, oh, it's self-inflicted and all these kind of things, saying that I broke the TV and all this kind of stuff, where's the proof of me attacking him? And then I give you guys this proof and you're still gonna say I'm lying? He started this by going live and talking shit about me, and I felt like I needed to speak my truth. It's been so long that I've been letting him lie just so he can save his reputation and his career, but he wants to do this for what? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna allow it to keep going this far. I didn't want to press charges against him just because I just didn't, okay? Like, I've been with this man for almost 2 years. You know, I still have so much love for him. I didn't want to, like, ruin his career or anything like that. All you people that are sitting here calling me liars and, like, saying that I'm making all this stuff up, this is exactly why women don't come out and say these things. They don't tell their truth because of people like you. I don't care about ruining his reputation or anything like that. That's not what I want to do. I want to speak my truth because he wants to go on live and talk about me and make me sound like I'm such a monster.
I find it interesting that the reason they are both speaking out is because of how the public feels about their relationship. They're not talking about how they want to create a better environment for their child. They definitely don't want the police involved, but they both want to protect their perception to millions of strangers online. So then Wanye posts a video that he claims is proof that he is a victim.
Sitting there slamming doors and crying and singing a Cardi B because you can't go to a birthday dinner, bro.
It's more than that.
What?
It's not just me not going to a party. It's the fact that you don't even care to, like, try to include me in. And when I show that I'm upset, you don't give a, like, you don't make me feel better about the fact that you're going on without me.
You are clearly not strong enough to be in this relationship.
Yeah.
If everything,
You can.
boy, stop touching me.
Because guess
Stop
what?
touching
I
me.
could be.
Stop touching me.
Okay. I could be strong enough if you played your part.
Why did you say? I told you. Stop pushing me. I told you. Keep your hands off of me, my nigga. What is wrong with you?
Since there is no visual and this is just audio, we only have limited information.
No,
but it does
so she
seem
was
like in this
definitely
particular
aggressive.
situation, Sierra put hands on him first. And even though most people showed support for Wanye in the comments once again, others had opposing opinions. Maybe he was the aggressor. Maybe the video is edited. It's not...
It seems like they're both on some bullshit, to be honest. It seems like just an abusive relationship.
weird to consider an opposing viewpoint, especially during this serious of a situation. And the video is edited. You can see the audio cuts out entirely for a few frames and skips to the point where Sierra attacks him. Any video editor can confirm that this is what we call a jump cut, because when you look at different parts of the audio when there is silence in the conversation, you can still see a tiny fuzzy audio waveform because natural background noise is still being picked up. However, this cut goes perfectly dead silent, which indicates something was removed from the conversation. And also, if you listen to it back and forth, you can kind of hear there's a little bit of a jump.
I could be strong enough if you played your fucking part.
I'm fucking pushing me.
But Wanye is very upset with anyone who doesn't believe him, even though the overwhelming majority of people do.
Everything she's showing y'all and telling y'all is not true. So everybody keeps saying, oh, what about the pew pew, right? Since we can't say the G word on here, what about the pew pew? What is this? You wanna know what that was? I can show you. That was this. You know what this is? This is a BB gun. This is not real. This is not a real gun. It's not real.
So why you pull it out?
Shoot BBs. I got this for Christmas in 2020.
You know what? Both of y'all go
Like
take care of your
this.
child and get out my face. I'm tired of both of
This was
y'all.
sitting on the countertop. Now when y'all saw the bruises and stuff that she posted, y'all was all attacking it. Oh no way, I can't believe you did this. Then when I post a video of literal proof that she's the aggressor, that I'm the one who's being abused, now you want to switch it up. Now I got her to that point. I'm gaslighting her. I'm a manipulator. I'm this, I'm that. My career,
No,
my
she's
reputation
definitely wrong
is
in
going
that.
down the drain because of these false allegations. And y'all keep entertaining it.
The reason people keep entertaining this situation
Does he
is
keep
likely
bringing it
because
up?
he keeps making live streams and videos giving
Keep
everyone the
talking
fine
about
details.
it. This is another indication of you not being mentally stable. Do you not recognize what you're doing? Like, you're destructing. This is self-destruction. Like, why are you continuing to feed into this? If we're getting all this, I feel overwhelmed. Like, goddamn, this is a lot. So I can only imagine what y'all are experiencing, like, off camera. Like, this just seems like a very toxic, violent situation, and I feel like both of y'all are on some bullshit, to be honest. But yeah, she seems to have been caught red-handed putting her hands
Two
on
people post some of the deepest, most complicated, and graphic details about their relationship and then get mad at people on the internet for getting involved and asking questions. Y'all are the ones posting about it. Finally, the back and forth ended and he seemingly disappeared for a month. And while we were hoping that it's because the two were handling this off of the internet, Wanye claims something much worse happened. On Mother's Day, May 12th, 2024, Wanye posted on Instagram that Sierra took their child and ran off to California without his approval. If you weren't sure before, he posted up.
You can't just take him when you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta consider me as a parent. You know, I'm trying to come up with a solution with me. Basically, just telling me to work my way around what you want to do.
On Instagram that Sierra took their child and ran off to California without his approval. If you weren't sure before, now we can all agree that this has gone too far. Wanye went on the No Jumper podcast to explain the story from start to finish, but the overarching message was that he just wants his son back. He wants to see his son. He doesn't even care about his reputation or his relationship. He just wants to be a father.
I cannot believe she's doing this to me. Because, like I said, you don't know me, bro. This girl, if anybody know I don't deserve this, it's her, bro. It's her. She know this. She know I'm not this type of man, bro. She know this. And she doing this shit because she mad at me, bro. She ruining my fucking life, bro. Because she mad. I miss my son, bro. I ain't seen my son in a month, cuz. I ain't seen my son in a month, bro. I miss that nigga every night, bro. She can leave, bro. She can leave. I don't need her, bro.
And crying on No Jumper is gonna help you get close to your son.
Control my son, bro. And don't even wanna FaceTime me. Man.
At the end of the day, domestic situations are extremely complicated. It definitely seems like these two are toxic together, and neither of them seem completely innocent. But even with all the stuff we have seen in this video, there is barely any real evidence to determine who is right and who is wrong. And we're not a jury, and they're not going to get the police involved, so we're never really going to know what actually happened. Airing out this entire situation on the internet was most definitely not smart. Sierra even admitted the whole reason why she escalated the situation in the first place was because he kept going on the internet and trashing her. Definitely doesn't justify her running away with the child. But every time either of them talked about their conflicts publicly, it just got worse. All we can do now is pray for the safety of the child and hope that they can come together and settle their differences privately.
Oh, wait, did he say pray for the child? I pray for the baby. My bad. I don't pray for them. Because this just seems like a very ridiculous situation. I don't understand why this was even brought to the internet and just blown up so much. Like, they put way more focus into this than any of the other TikToks that covered it, any of the news articles. Like, they made this 10 times worse. Like, this is so stupid. I'm very confused what the purpose of this was. Like I said, this indicates he's not the most mentally stable. And like I said, I definitely can see that she was in the wrong in the audio that was presented, because she seemed to put her hands on him and he told her, hey, stop touching me, stop putting your hands on me. But you can't convince me that he's innocent at all. Like, considering everything that was shown, the pictures of the TV, the bruises that she has, and the text messages, and the screen recording of the FaceTime, he's screaming and yelling and spitting. People who act like that, they're not usually non-violent, okay? Of course, they exist. They're out there. There are always exceptions. But people who typically can't control their emotions to the point where they're screaming and yelling and going off on people, they're usually violent as well. That's the whole point. They're screaming and yelling because they can't really control their emotions that well. And when they can't really control their emotions, they're usually violent also. So I'm not sitting here being like, oh, he's completely innocent. He never touched her. She's the only abusive one. Like, that's just not what I get from this situation. But yeah, it's very messy. The hell? Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.